The spymaster of Asbjorn looked out across the ever-growing domain of the Norsemen, a small smile shimmering on his face. When Bjorn Ironside had left their conquest and went to gain vengeance against those who had murdered his father, Talir had thought that the loss of his eye and leg would have all been for naught. But under the leadership of Asbjorn, they had managed to carve out a kingdom that was a true match for all those in the Adriatic, and Talir himself was now the ruler of his own fiefdom. Their might had recently proven when the king had taken his raiders to sack the city of Venice, greatest and proudest city that lay within these waters. Now it was a ruin, having been set ablaze by the Norsemen, their walls smashed, their false idols despoiled, and their riches seized. He hoped that that raid would ensure that the Croats, Bulgarians, Italians, Greeks and Byzantines would have learned their lessons, but that had been a squandered hope. For any strength invited challenge. No one enjoyed seeing a new power rise that had the potential to eclipse their own. The kingdom of Sapphire land had grown so quickly and in such a short time that many at first thought it would be easy to squander. Instead, all their efforts had proven futile, and each of them had been defeated multiple times. But even that didn't dissuade them. It was clear that something harsher was needed. Leaving the balcony that he was seated upon, he turned and walked back into his solar. His cane and wooden leg echoed across the room as they made contact with the floor. These were gained when he still thought that one could simply win battles through a sword and an axe. But now he knew that there was another truth, one that was far more apparent once you learned it. The most dangerous blade was the hidden one. Seating himself, he looked upon the many things that had been brought to him by his informants. Though he despised the Christians, he had adopted their form of writings for runes. A few former priests had served him as thralls, who wrote down whatever information his informants had gathered. That was doing them more use than serving some false god. The first thing that he read was that the peasants had been crushed once more. They still clung to their false idols and gods, though that would change. As futile as their attempts were, they were no true match for Asbjorn and his raiders. Men hardened through countless battles and used to war. These weak men were fat and foolish, never having even seen the challenges that lay there for a Norseman. They hadn't even seen a proper winter in these lands, all of this being completely foreign. But it was that shaped the Norsemen, and the challenges they faced was what allowed them to overcome them. The next report that he read was something that intrigued him. It was news back from their old homelands, supposedly that there was change coming to their religion and that Bjorn Ironside planned some sort of reform. It would grant Asbjorn more power, he deduced, and so he sent a messenger to the king to advise him to accept the change that would come. Then came the words that angered him. The king had accepted a non-Norseman into his court. Far worse, the man was a Christian from Iberia. This man could not be trusted at all. The last non-Norse vassals that Asbjorn held had all proven themselves as traitors. How could he accept such a man into his court? It confused and angered the spymaster. He would keep a wary eye on him, ordering two of his informants to keep a watchful eye on this man. The last few reports spoke of the growing ambitions of a few dukes. That was a danger that had long been there, but one particular one was troublesome. He had already tried before. If he would strike again, it would need to be the final one, but battle would not do for such a thing. Instead, he found that it would need to be natural, choking on some lamb, or maybe falling into a river, or something further. A blade was not always best to use as a blade, and so did Talir scheme and plot, hopefully for some success against their enemies.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Raiders of the Adriatic, where we're finally at peace. We're actually at peace at the start of an episode, which is insanely rare. No one is declaring holy wars on us, and we can actually go and do some raiding and concentrate on ourselves for once without having to worry about Christians. I say this, I bet I unpause, and we probably get a holy war start straight away. But yep, here we are. We've got our raiders raid still, as we were raiding. I believe we were going up into Croatia to do a little bit of raiding, if I remember correctly, as we've got 364 gold, and we need 500 to create the Kingdom of Croatia, so that Asbjorn can finally be crowned at the age of, wow, 42. He's getting on now. She's warring. Look at that prestige and piety that we've got, which is awesome. We need to do something with that. But obviously in the last episode, if you remember, we raided Venice, which is awesome. Vikings raiding Venice, it's just so cool to me. And then we raided some of Sicily and southern Italy, as well as some of western Greece as well, which was interesting. But now we are going into Croatia, as we said, so that we can raid a couple of these provinces. We only need 140 gold. We've got 1,400 men, so that is the exact right amount to bring home the amount of gold that we need. We do have 2 custom courtiers. We'll just quickly check. I think after this episode, I'm going to, again, have a break before custom characters. Just an episode, maybe 2 at most, just so that we can try and land some of these, because as you know, if they're not landed, a lot of these courtiers tend not to have children. So a lot of the custom characters who haven't been landed yet, most of them haven't had children. And I'll show you actually before the custom characters, like, just how much of a difference this makes. Because if you remember, in Vinland, where we have Count Carl Larsson, he had no children before we landed him, even though he had very good traits for having children, and he had none. As soon as we landed him, though, he's been landed a couple of years and he's already had 4 children, so it just shows the difference that it does make that when they are landed. And this guy's children are absolutely insane. Jonas, you can be very, very pleased with the heirs that your character has. So we have Ivar, his first son, who is a bastard, but he's quick and curious, and his second son has 3 inheritable traits, including beautiful, which is amazing. His daughter also has 3 inheritable traits, which is insane. And I'm pretty sure his youngest daughter has 2 as well. Yes, comely and quick. So that's insane. His children are absolutely ridiculous. I definitely think we're going to be trying to hook up some of our younger children with some of his in a moment. We'll have a look into that. But let's just show our 2 new courtiers, who are the characters of Matt and Pipe in the Discord. Obviously, a lot of you will know those 2 guys. Very long-term viewers of the channel. They've been here for a long, long time, which is awesome. I can't thank them enough for their support. And let's see where they are. Here we go. We have Gunvald Volsunga, which is Matt's character, and this guy is huge. Look at the size of him. Reminds me of Robert Baratheon from Game of Thrones, but he is wrathful, zealous, brave, a brilliant strategist, a holy warrior, a giant, he's one-eyed, a blade master, and athletic. Let's find him a quick ride. He's only 25 as well, which is awesome. I was just eyeing up our daughter Freya. I'm really reluctant to marry her off. I don't know. I want to make sure we get a good match for her because she's very decent. I can imagine her as being like Asbjorn's gem. Asbjorn's like the apple of his eye, his young daughter Freya. It's what he has left of Sigrid, and she is so similar to Sigrid as well. Let's have a look for some inheritable traits. Let's have a look what we've got. There's got to be someone. Oh, most of them are quite young now, which is a shame. So there isn't anyone with inheritable traits that we can marry him to. That's fine. We can still find him a decent Norse or Croatian bride. I'm sure of it. Got one here who's Russian. A little bit far away. We could go for the Russian bride. She's quite young, isn't she? He's only 25, though. What about Ingrid here? She's got very good martial. Yeah, she'll do for him. Perfect. Except, so that's one of our custom characters. And then we have one more, which is Pipe's character, which is our first non-Norse character, I believe, and it is, wow, let's see if we can say this. So we've got Luis Alvarez, who is Visigothic, he's Portuguese, and he's brave, gregarious, temperate, a skilled tactician, an organizer, a mechlocolic, wow, I can't say that, he's delicate, and a diplomat, so he's pretty decent. Very well rounded. Let's try and find him a bride. What are we going to do for a bride for him? He's 25 as well. Giving him a Norse bride could help in our favour. We've got this gal here, Elizabeth. She'll do. Perfect. Let's see if we can try and turn him a little bit more Norse. I wonder if we can actually demand conversion. No, we can't. He won't accept. That's a shame. It was something that we could have done. Right, and now I want to take advantage of Count Carl's incredible children. So let's have a look. Who was the daughter? She's got 3 traits, which is impressive. She's only 2, though. Do we have anyone of our children that could? We only have Ivar, but he's 7 now. That's quite an age gap. He could marry her, though. And then his oldest son, he's got Ivar, and Lars was the... Wow, he is impressive. Arrange a marriage between him. Do we have a younger daughter that can marry him? No, but we do have Helena Odroga, who is intelligent. Wow. She's 1, he's 3. Yeah, let's marry those. Or we can't can't do that marriage, unfortunately. Do you know what? We will go for this one then, who is 2, and we'll arrange a marriage between her and our son, Ivar. Will they accept? Yes, they will. Perfect. Hopefully that'll get those inheritable traits into our... He's our 4th son, isn't he? But into our 4th son's line. Right, let's finally unpause and march up into Croatia and raid the absolute shit out of what is left of Croatia. Going to gain a hell of a lot of gold, which is hopefully going to be able to make us create that kingdom before the end of this episode. What other issues do we have? I don't think there's much. Freya Eriksson can marry. Yes, I know. I will find her a match soon. Oh, perfect. Count Kier has finished promoting the culture. Perfect. So what's our culture now looking like? Oh, absolutely beautiful. Let's quickly, we'll let things tick along while we do that. But let's quickly now send him to promote culture in. Let's go for Southam. Let's get all that coastal land done first, because that was the lands that we inhabited first, so it's more realistic that they'd be the first ones. And I accept your marriage proposal. Your courtier Gunvald and my acquaintance Ingfrid will be joined in holy matrimony. Perfect. And the other marriage has been accepted as well. Perfect. Right, let's get off this culture view. An alliance formed with Count Karl. Perfect. He's accepted the marriage between our son and his daughter, which is awesome. Right, so let's have a look what we've actually got down here. So we've got 1 for 9 gold. Then we've got another barony for 17 gold, a church here for 6, a couple more that are not worth as much, but then hopefully we'll get enough gold, or at least if we get a decent amount of gold. They are sending their army down south. Wow, that's actually... Wow, how come the army of Croatia is suddenly so strong? He's suddenly got 2,100 men. Maybe because he's changed his religion to a new Christian religion, Bogomilism. I don't know anything about that at all. It's interesting, but that... You know what, then? Once we've raided this, let's... Oh. Finish your raid, sorry. We'll get the little bit of gold that we can, and let's return home quickly before they do attack us. At least then we get a little bit of gold home. We're going to have to raid somewhere else by the looks of it, because they're actually... Croatia's actually pretty well defended for once, which is a pain in the arse, because I was hoping for easy prey there, but it appears we're not going to get easy prey there. Rashka has mainly been completely sacked. We do have one, though, here, the capital, which has got 17 gold, so we could... yeah, we'll march on to that 17 gold. They're not overly strong, are they? No, 900 men. We can take care of that. We could go into Bulgaria, as I'm pretty sure Bulgaria is currently at war with the Byzantine Empire, so we could take advantage of that, but we need to get that gold from somewhere. At least we are going to get a little bit back home. Very, very close now, and we're actually making profit as well, which is good, because we're living off the land of the enemy whilst raiding. They are trying to chase us down, but hopefully we're going to get away from them, and yes, we are. That's fine, then. We'll raid that, and then we could probably go over the Bulgarian border and just raid a couple of their lands. We've managed to return 9 gold home, which is perfect. Is that army chasing us? It does look like the Croatian army is chasing us. Hopefully they give up and leave us be once that they see that we've left their land. But it does look... Unless he's at war with somebody. Is Croatia at war? No, just being raided by us, that's it. If they don't leave us alone before... Yeah, they're leaving now. They're oh, no, they still are on the chase for us by the looks of it. I'm actually worried that they are going to come over to us, so we should probably disband our army. I'm going to disband our raiders, because that Croatian army is actually chasing us down. Let's wait for that. There we go. They've now disbanded that army. So if they caught up with us, they would probably be able to do some serious damage to us. So now we will raise our raiders again, and we'll go raiding elsewhere where we will be left alone. We'll look for some easy time. Maybe some of these southern lands of Sicily could be ripe for the taking. Let's sail down here and take care of some of these. These shouldn't be overly impressive, surely. Who is the count of this? He's got 600 men, the Muslim ruler here. We can take care of that then. The Asatru Reformation. King Bjorn, a prominent figure amongst Astratorians, has gathered every goddy in the land together to discuss their belief and establish an official doctrine for the pagan faith. Impassioned Godir are already talking about launching great holy wars to spread their new faith across the world, and claim that the only way to show proper devotion is by honouring Odin with human sacrifices. Nice. The burgeoning movement has decided not to instate a religious head, preferring instead to let each goddy determine which teachings are appropriate for their own temple. Ty savours from these bloodthirsty heathens. Oh no, we want to go for this religion, don't we? Of course. So let's have a look. So he's organised Norse faith. Can we convert to this faith, please? What will it cost us? My close family will convert, and 10 of my 13 vassals will convert. It costs us 250 piety. We've got more than enough piety. It would be very useful to get involved in this reformed faith, wouldn't it? It'd make things easier for us to spread it, hopefully. Let's convert. There we go. Godrun endorses you. Perfect. We have converted. Awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Great news that we have done that. That's hopefully going to help us in the future. But it's awesome that that has managed to be reformed. Well done, Bjorn Ironside. And it's awesome that we don't actually have a head either. We can actually keep our own ideas, and we can, with having the reformed religion, I believe that means that we can actually create our own Norse faiths in the future, which will be slightly different. If we can bring in the future, we can bring in some of this Mediterranean culture into our new Mediterranean Norse religion, which would be really interesting. You guys will have to put forward some cool ideas that could go alongside that. Right, let's get our fleet down here as quickly as possible, and let's see what we've got to work with down here, raiding-wise. Oh, okay, some of these are actually pretty welfare. Faction has been created against us, that sucks. Asbjorn comes of age. With his coming of age, my tuition of Asbjorn is at an end. With sufficient tutelage, even a child that has displayed little natural inclination towards warfare, such as Asbjorn, can come to truly understand it. He has shown great aptitude both in battle tactics and the management of armies. He will make a fine commander one day, I am sure. Perfect. So he's going to improve to 13 martial, and he's got skilled tactician and a military engineer. Awesome. Start having our sons join us in battle now. What's going on here? Is there a war between the two leaders of these lands? Are they fighting each other? Not sure, but we don't really want to be docking where they're going to be able to attack us. But will we get into a battle if we land here? Doesn't look like it, so we'll land our army here. We've got low control, which is not good. Are we still increasing control somewhere? Pretty sure that we are. Or we should, if we're not, we should be. No, he's actually not. So let's improve control in Ragusa, because it doesn't look as bad there. And betrothed can marry. Asbjorn and his betrothed, Asta, Gunnar's daughter, can now marry. Perfect, yes, we will send that proposal. Let's get them married. Excellent. Gunnar always looks so pissed off, but he has converted with us, which is good. He's got a plus 100% opinion of us, which is also brilliant. Most of our Norse vassals are absolutely adore us, and you can understand why. And we are actually going to get in a battle here, but we should be able to slaughter the army of this land. Shouldn't be too hard. Oh, they've got camels. Interesting. But yeah, as suspected, a great slaughter, and we should now be able to raid this, which was worth 20 gold, which is very impressive. At least if we raid these weaker lands, they can't try and force us out, which is good. We only need 100 gold now as well, which is even better. We only lost 59 raiders there. Perfect. And Count Aid has finished that task. That did not take long at all. And the settlement of Rosanna, an important stronghold in Greater Rosanna, has fallen to my raiders. We have the run of vast tracts of land and many of the quivering subjects and shining treasures to choose from. The troops stand ready. Yeah, bring me bounties, plunder. Now we only need 75 gold. Perfect. We may as well go and take this mosque, which is another interesting thought. Some Vikings raiding into mosque. You can lawfully imprison Asta, our daughter-in-law. Why? What traits does she have? She's a fornicator, but she is pregnant. Does that mean that that is not Asbjorn's child? Is she pregnant with somebody else's child? Interesting. We'll keep an eye on developments there for sure. And he's already took control in that council, that area, so we can send him somewhere else straight away. Let's send him to Felstad, as that is quite a strong land. We do need to try and get control over that a little bit better. Take as much gold as we can, and betrothed can marry. Perfect. Sigbjorn, our heir, can now marry his bride, Halla, the daughter of Aid. Yes, send suggestion. Perfect. Married. Makes alliances better. Probably going to have to give our sons some land at some point, which would be cool. And we've managed to raid this area now, so yeah, let's go further south and take one more land, which will give us 30 gold we've got now. That will give us a decent amount of gold. We're not going to need much more. It would be good if we got the Fire and Blood event at least once more, giving us a good chance of having enough gold then to create that title. It'd be perfect if we actually got that now. Let's hope so. We've got one more land here that we can. It's only 4 gold though, so that's not fantastic. Oh, but there is one just north of here for 18 gold. And we are about to get into a battle with somebody. I'm not sure who.
Oh, 1 man. Okay, well that seems ridiculous. Virtuous Hofgodi celebrated. Astratrus further increased by 10, and she gained 250. Is this a new... Yes, this is a new priestess. Interesting. We could take her as a concubine, actually. Can we do that? I'll have a look into that in a moment. I'm pretty sure we can. I smell a smell. What's that smell? I say, pinching my nose. The nearby stable boy bows at me respectively before telling me, in a confused tone, there is no smell, my lord. Frustrated, I see Tyke in the next room and invite him over. However, he doesn't smell the odour either. Is there something wrong with my nose? No, I definitely smell that odour. Smelling a smell for a year. Maybe I need some rest. You gain 6 stress. Oh, we'll take the smell for a year because we don't want to lose... we don't want to gain any more stress. Let's go take this barony here, and then we'll return home, and hopefully that'll be enough gold. Or at least very close to enough gold. We can always let a little bit of time pass to finish off getting what we need. If we get to sack this settlement, which we might do because it's the capital, if we get to sack it, that will give us more than enough for what we need to do. And then we can finally create that kingdom, which is awesome. And acquaintance taken prisoner. Duke Bran of Rashka was taken prisoner. Well, I don't know why he's our acquaintance. It's nothing to do with us, really, is he? Let's be honest. Right, let's get this raid underway. How long is it going to take? 10 days. Perfect. Neighbouring ruler lost his war. That's fine. It doesn't really concern us, does it? Oh, God, and now we're... to the loathsome Jarl. Asbjorn, your false religion has kept your subjects in the darkness for too long. In the name of God, I shall bring the true faith to them and free them from your blasphemy. Now, who are you, then? Oh, wow. Okay. East Francia has gained a lot of land, and now they want to attack us. He's got 1,000 men. Going to have 1,700 men. Okay. We're going to have to come home and take care of you, then, which is rather annoying. Have we managed to raid this now? Yes, we have. So let's return home. Let's just sail to here for now. Bring home what we've got. Will it be enough to form that kingdom? How much manpower have we got? Only 1,200. Oh, that's so annoying. I really don't want to have to hire mercenaries. Is this the enemy army? Yes, it is. 1,000 men. Who are his allies? He has 1 ally who has 660 men. Okay, we may be okay. We may not need mercenaries. We may have enough manpower. Do you know what? If we instead dock in the most southern of our lands and march up the coast, maybe we'll be able to replenish our manpower as we go. How much gold do we have on us? 58 gold. That's going to give us enough to create the kingdom. I'm not buying yeah, I'm definitely not buying mercenaries. I'm founding that kingdom. Hopefully we can get enough manpower as we march northward. We've brought back 58 gold. It leaves us on 512 gold. We could always put ourselves in debt if need be. Let's create the kingdom of Croatia. Create. We gain 400 prestige. You are now a mighty king. Awesome. We hold too many duchies. That's fine. We will give some of those out. We can... Yeah, we're not going to imprison her. We can create a duchy still. We'll look into that later on. Awesome. Awesome. We've now got the kingdom of Croatia. But I don't want it to be called Croatia. It is still going to be called the Kingdom of Sapphire land for now. As we move forward, we could change that. But for now, no. And I need to... Oh, I can't remember the code for that letter, so I'll have to change it off screen afterwards, which is fine. That's no problem. Perfect. Better. That's better. Much better. And that gives us a claim on all that Croatian land as well, which is awesome. Right, let's start marching northward. Maybe we'll have more manpower now we're a king. I bet we will if we give away some of those duchies. Let's have a look at the duchies that we do have. We have the Yardom of Dubrovnik, which is down here. Who rules there in Dubrovnik? It is Count Bjorn. Okay, Count Bjorn. And the other Yardom that we have the Yardom of Zaglumia, which is this one here. Who rules in this land? Count Karl. Let's have a look at those duchies again. Duchy titles. Right, so this is only one small, very, very small duchy actually then. And that's all that one. So I think we'll give... Yeah, we'll give those 2 duchies to... Then again, do I give them to people who have been around that little bit longer? And again, this is only a small duchy, and we will be able to create some more duchies as we go forward, won't we? And we can give people other lands, and then they can land people in those old lands. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. So we will grant Count Bjorn. As that's only a small one, we will grant him the Jarldom of Dubrovnik. There we go, he becomes our Jarl. Oh, actually, is this land that Kier's in, is that part of that title? Because if it is, I'll give it to Kier in... Oh, I don't think it is. No, Odin Riff is actually part of Sapphire land, isn't it? Yes, it is. So, we could give it... no, we're going to have to give it to Carl Larsson then, aren't we? Grant titles. The Jarldom. And Felstad is actually part of that, which is interesting. We're going to have to give Felstad to somebody else then. Let's have a look who we haven't landed yet. County of Felstad can go to... Who was next in line? I'm pretty sure it was the big guy, wasn't it? Albert's character. I think Albert's character was next in line for land. Yes, he is. Ragnar. So we will... This is probably going to upset our character, though. The County of Felstad. Yeah, it's going to add a lot of stress to us by doing that. But we've got to give away that. Oh, no, we actually can hold that duchy for a bit longer. That's fine. That's fine. We can keep that duchy. Okay, that's fine then. Empty council position. Ah, yes, minor titles. We can now have a cupbearer who... Ooh. Opinion of us. Jarl Bjorn, Prince Sigurd. Yes, we'll go for our heir, definitely. Oh, we can have Princess Freya. Yes, we'll have Princess Freya as our cupbearer. And she can wine and food tasting, advise liege. She can advise the liege. And can we actually have a seer? No, we still can't have a seer. And can we have someone else? What's our skull do? Songs of battle, songs of prosperity, songs of love. Can we have somebody else to do that? I don't think we can. No, we'll leave you as that for now then. Perfect. Awesome. Right, now let's march north and take care of these new invaders who dare to come into our lands and try and bloody take it in holy wars again, which is infuriating. The amount of holy wars. I told you when I said it at the beginning of the episode, I knew it wouldn't be long before people were invading us again. But yeah, we will give Falstead to someone as soon as we can. And then we'll give that second duchy away to probably Carl Larsson. And then our starting characters, they need some better lands. They will get duchies as we move forward. I want to try and get every custom character to have a duchy at some point. And perfect, yeah, our armies are replenishing as we march north, which is perfect. That's going to help us out massively. I don't mind being slightly outnumbered because we know already that our men are ridiculously impressive and they can push back pretty much any army that's thrown towards them. We've managed to kill armies, destroy armies, actually, twice the size of us. So I'm pretty sure that we can take care of these. That actually said about our... about improving, changing our inheritable stuff. So can we actually do that? I didn't think that we could do that. Because, yeah, we can't do that because of our religion. And our crown authority isn't high enough. Oh, no, so we actually... No, yeah, the Norse culture doesn't... Yeah, that's fine. So I would have liked to have changed it to that. We'll be able to do it at some point, but not for a while. What year are we in now? 886. Wow, 886. Time is flying by. Here's annoying that they are standing up in the mountains, though. Let's march... Oh, wow, we are replenishing men at an incredible rate. You know, now that we've actually given that away, can we rate... No, only 6 men. Not worthwhile. Not worthwhile, but we've actually got more manpower than them now. And they are marching away, which is good. Let's march to the east, see if we can meet them here in this valley, in Falkenborg. Maybe they'll meet us there, or are they going to retreat up into the castle and try and hide in the mountains? We've unlocked a new martial lifestyle perk, though, which is perfect. Let's have a look what we've got open to us now. Enduring hardships, our fort level increases, hit and run, retreat loss is less. I am tempted by the retreat loss, but it's very rare. I don't think we've ever had to retreat yet, though, so that's the only thing that puts me off that. Do you know what? We'll go for enduring hardships, just so we can try and fill this tree, the overseer, which will give us better control over these people of different religions and cultures. There we go. Let's go lift that siege. See where they go. If we can try and get them to come down into the valleys, that's perfect. But if we lift the siege, and then we'll chase them down into the open plains of northern Croatia, where we'll be able to do some serious damage to them. Do you know what? We've got 1,700 men now. Can we actually... Yes, we can actually meet them there as well. They'll get defended in hills, but we've got much better man... Oh! They've got some more reinforcements just arrived, which is
Interesting. So they've got more manpower now. They've now got 2,400 men. Yes. Do you know what then? Let's go back here. Lift the siege, as it's up in the mountains. So at least we'll have the defending bonus then. We could probably still take them, to be honest. Can we catch them before? No, we can't. Stay where we are then. Let's lift this siege for now. Get that war score back level. And we'll try and wait till these armies split up. Because for some whatever reason, they're not combining together. Hopefully they come and attack us in here. I don't know if we're in mountains or hills there, actually. But either way, we should have a slight advantage. Hopefully they're going to come and face us. Yes, they are. And apparently we'll still win. We're better army commanders, more commanding traits. Hopefully we stand strong. They are outnumbering us, but they are going to come at us one at a time with some stragglers. So hopefully we can do serious damage before the reinforcements arrive. With our pikemen, which are obviously brilliant for where we're attacking from, and our armoured footmen. And, oh, it's going to be close, but I think we are going to be able to beat them back. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Our men are insane. Our champion Gunvold wounded somebody. Perfect. And yeah, we've managed to fend them off. A great victory. Perfect if we manage to get some... We've managed to take an enemy commander. Perfect. Can we... Oh, we've got two. A count, who we can ransom for 50 gold. And a mayor that we can ransom for 30 gold. That might be enough to get us some mercenaries if need be. But for now, we'll just concentrate on lifting this siege. Perfect. 30 gold. 50 gold. How much manpower did we lose in that battle? 420. Ouch. That's a lot of men to lose, but they lost double that near enough, so it's not too bad. They've now got less men than us. Oh, no. They've still got 300 more men than us, but if we can beat them with 1,000 more men almost, we can beat them with only 300 extra men, so we're fine. Some of them are probably mercenaries as well. It's a shame that you can't try and, like, bribe mercenary companies. We know how they like to move for gold. What's this new little land that's popped up here? We've got a couple of new little lands that have popped up around northern Italy, which is interesting. Land that we will want to take eventually as we expand around the mouth of the Adriatic. It would be nice to take Venice under our control at some point. Maybe not in the next 20 years, as it's still recovering from being sacked by us, obviously, in that last episode, where we did some serious damage. Neighbours have resolved their war. That's fine. I wonder if we'll be able to get a white peace once we lift this siege. Maybe. Maybe we'll get enough war score for that. It would be good if so. Try and get that white peace, rather than dragging out the war, costing us gold and manpower. And child of my dynasty, my daughter-in-law Asta has been given birth to a son. Since the little one is part of Eriksson dynasty, he should be blessed with a good name. Well, he's not our heir, is he? So it's our other son's son. And, oh wow, he's got the giant trait. That is awesome. How has he got the giant? She didn't have the giant trait. So how has... She had another child. Okay, I don't know where he's gained the giant trait from, but... Awesome. He was called Asbjorn. He could call his son Asbjorn as well, but let's look for a good name from the faith. Let's have a look what we've got. Stykar Erikson. I like that. Perfect. Awesome. He's got the giant trait, though. Very impressive. Hopefully our other son doesn't take too long to get himself a son, as he is our heir, so we need him to get a son. Is that the enemy army coming back south? I think it is. Oh, our acquaintance Tyke died. It's a shame. He's been around for a while. He did have a child, though. He had a daughter. She has got the slow trait, so I think she's a bit stupid, unfortunately. But at least he did have a child. We'll look after her for you, Tyke. Tyke's been around from the beginning, of course. Is this the enemy army? Pretty sure it is. Are they going to dare attack us again? Yes, they're going to be foolish enough to attack us again, which is a little bit stupid. Are we going to lift the siege first? We've got 1 day, so yes, we've lifted the siege. Perfect, which gives us that home advantage, hopefully. They have got a lot more men than us when they all arrive, but hopefully it still goes in our favour. Our champion Refa wounded Mayor Ernest. And, oh, this is going to be so close, but I think we're just going to be able to grab it in our favour. Oh my god, that has literally gone to the wire, but we have won again. Yet again, defeating an army much bigger than our own. And we managed to capture 2 prisoners. Perfect. Can we rent? Only worth 10 gold each, but that's fine. And he will accept. Oh, for God's sake, not another one. Your false little... Oh, we're getting holy wars left, right, and freaking centre at the minute. Rally the troops. Right, so we need to end this one straight away. White peace, offer white peace. Let's get that war finished. We're in trouble here, else we are going to have to hire some mercenaries, even if it puts us in debt. We have managed to ransom that 1 prisoner. Let's ransom that other prisoner for 10 gold. It'll help out towards the mercenary companies. To the brash king Asbjorn, may wisdom ever elude you. I accept your offer of peace. Let us put this conflict behind us. Perfect. Right. Got 1,000 men there, though, so our army's recovered slightly. Let's have a look who is now invading us. He's got 1,600 men. And it's that same duchy from before. It's Duke Guy. Is it the same Duke Guy? His father was called Duke Guy as well, who died in 860. We're in 887. So no, I think it is the same Duke Guy who attacked us before. He's coming back for a second taste. What a foolish idiot. We will wipe the floor with you yet again. Is there any army that we can call upon? Only 11 men, but we've got 1,000. He's got 1,600. We've got enough that we can call upon mercenary bands if possible, but you know what? Let's just march through our lands and see if we can replenish our numbers a bit. That'll hopefully help in our favour. I can't believe that we won that battle again, even though we were outnumbered. It's awesome that we keep doing this. Our army is so strong. We really need to improve that man-at-arms if we can get a break from Holy Wars for 5 minutes. Hopefully the Crusades start soon for Jerusalem, so they leave us alone. But I think we'll end this episode here, guys, for now. So thank you all so much for watching. As always, I really do appreciate it. I hope you have enjoyed as much as I have. Don't forget to like and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the series, as well as adding characters and such if you haven't already. And don't forget to join the Discord as well. I'd love to have more of you involved in that. And hopefully I'll see you all very soon for the next episode.